Howdy, Treadheads, and welcome to another All for Michigan On the Trail review. Brought to you by Made in Michigan Legend Trailers. Buy it for looks, keep it for life. And by Burt Lake Marina, serving northern Michigan with award-winning service since 1969. I had arrived 2 days early so I can go over the routes for this weekend's ride out of L'Anse. Heavy rains had turned the Keweenaw into a disaster area, but our route would take us no further than Twin Lakes. Saturday's route follows the My Trail system, and riding alone today I thought it would be safer than going into the Hurons, where there's very little traffic if you were to break down. Our route would take us over the Firesteel River on an old railroad trestle. It was built in 1899 by the Copper Range Railroad and is 397 foot in total length. I'm not sure what the height is, but the view up here is awesome. Just north of Mass City, I took a short detour up to the bluffs. The trail had some nasty washouts and ruts, but I did manage to make it up to the top. With the trail in such rough shape this year, I did decide it would not be safe to bring the group up, so I'll bypass this on Saturday. Thursday I had 3 other members with me to help plot a route through the Huron Mountains to Big Bay. One of the back roads I was planning to use was washed out and closed off, so a new plan was needed. It took most of the morning, but we did find the connection we needed to make the trip. Friday morning, the group gathered together after breakfast, and we headed out at 9 o'clock on our journey through the Hurons. Our morning route was fairly easy, taking us 55 miles through the southern Hurons on the Peshiki grade, then up AAA Road to Big Bay. Our first stop, about 20 miles out, was in the middle of some marshland along the banks of the Peshiki River. We had 33 machines along with 70 riders taking in the views and stretching out a bit before heading on. We pulled into Big Bay about noon, where we gassed up and had lunch at the Lumberjack Saloon. I had some extra time, so I rode up to the Big Bay Lighthouse to get a few photos. Privately owned, it's now a bed and breakfast for guests that want that lightkeeper's experience. Our afternoon route would be longer, following Northwestern and taking us through some pretty wild country and past a few waterfalls. Northwestern gets pretty rough on the western end, and it's not some place you'd want to take your car through. Our first afternoon stop was 40-Foot Falls. The North Country Trail runs through here, and you always find some cooking utensils and a grill to use. Our next stop was Big Eric Falls. It's a long series of cascades and a great place to cool off in the shallow pools that sink into the rocks at every turn. Saturday morning we left from the Baraga Park staging area. First northwest through Hazel Swamp and then over to Bill Nichols Trail just north of Twin Lakes. After fueling up and eating our lunch in Mass City, we continued headed south. And after a quick stop at Sidnaw Station, we took a detour west to get a look at Agate Falls before heading back on the last leg of our trip. Till next time, have fun, be safe. I'll see you on the trail.